I'm not much of a talker. I'm shy. So I wanted to be a winemaker, not someone who's going to be a wine advisor to talk to people. But at the end of the day, I fell in love because Sis Nomonde is someone who likes to talk
Yes.
about wine. So as the time goes by, I actually fell in love with being a wine educator other than being a
Yeah.
wine maker.
So what makes PYDA PYDA is that we are invested in youth and youth between the age of 18 and 25 years old. We give the skills that is needed to each person to enhance what they do have to get them into the industry. Whatever the industry is, all we want to see is that everyone has work.
I am currently working at the place where I did my practical, so they offered me a job.
So what we found is that when our students do step into employment, they're very confident because there's an element that we also focus on is the personal development part of the program, which is 40%.
I started this journey off as a broken person, right? Very broken. When I came to PYDA, I didn't have knowledge about wines. I was still working on myself, like my personal self.
It is broken up into personal development, technical skills, and work placement. So by the time they head into the work itself, they've done 2 work placements, which is it goes deep.
For us, it's just a basic daily thing for people to work in the vineyards, to make wine, but I never knew what happened behind the scenes.
Month 1, they start with personal development. So things around goals, managing themselves, basically social and emotional competence.
The personal development helped me a lot. And then also the knowledge that they gave me helped me a lot. And also the camps that we went on. Like, yes.
First of all, I don't like talking about myself. I bore myself. And also with the camp, it was very tricky because the first night we went out at night and each person had a spot where we had to sit.
We went to this mountain and then they let you sit there on that mountain all by yourself, just with a pen. Yes, for 4 hours, just with a pen and a book.
We sat in the dark for about 10 minutes. For me, that felt like a week.
Now you need to write down what you feel at this very moment.
First of all, we were in the dark, in the wilderness. I heard sounds, I saw my own things in the dark. So the question was, who are you?
There are some of us that comes from broken houses or broken families. The fact that they let us check in every morning with how we're feeling physically, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually, that actually helped a lot.
Honestly, when we went to feedback, I told them that I couldn't think of anything. I did not know who I was at the time.
They actually boost you to be a better brand of yourself, not for them, but for yourself.
I think I can say that I know who I am now.
With the personal development skills that they do get, they are able to enter into any space. They will show up differently, and that has been proven throughout the years. Stakeholder holders would tell us how different our students are. They are different to anyone who would just apply for a job off the street. Even if you have a qualification, there's just something about our PYDA graduates who are different.
At PYDA, it's a safe space. It's a very safe space for you to really go deep and to work on whatever it is that happens to you.
The Gérard Basset Foundation makes a significant contribution to our work and particularly our wine program. I think the value of the relationship itself, we by no means take for granted or underestimate. If we think about over the 3 years, there's been just over 150 students that have benefited directly from the funds. These are 150 students, 150 households in some of South Africa's poorest communities, with young people who had little to no opportunities, young people who did not see a way out of their current circumstances. And so for us to be able to offer the opportunity to young people would not be possible, and the impact that we achieved would not have been possible without the generous support of the Gérard Basset Foundation.
I am stronger now. I'm not that broken Samantha who started off. Yes, I'm very strong now. And I also know my worth.
For me, I am still trying to figure out the direction that I really want to go, because I'm a very curious person. I want to know everything that's going on. I don't have really like the big overview, but I do see myself in the wine industry, traveling, even going on a cruise ship, working on the...
I see wine different now in the story behind the wine. It's just not a pretty bottle there on the rack. There's a whole story behind it.
I know what I want. I don't want to be just a wine host, or I want to be a winemaker.
The Gérard Basset Foundation has made a huge impact in us being able to open up more doors for our students and our graduates. When I started 10 years ago and we started offering WSET level 1 and 2, we had to actually make a choice to say who we can offer this to, which was so unfair. It was heartbreaking. And with you partnering with us, I think it's a privilege. It's a privilege to walk alongside you, and our values that aligns is to see someone out there just making a change in their lives and in the lives of their family. The Gérard Basset Foundation has really allowed us to disrupt the industry. We know that our students are world changers, and with your help and you walking alongside us, we can only do this together. Our stakeholders, the first thing they say is, you know, your graduates, all your graduates now come with WSET level 2. And that just opens doors for them. It's a privilege for us as PYDA to walk alongside the Gérard Basset Foundation.